At first I was afraid, I was petrified, thinking I could live without sweet Tappies Oot. And after spending countless nights cultivating huge chem farm, I grew strong, and I learned how to utilize the God loophole in the XP collider. Now you're gone from outer space, hell like her, and I'll find you gone. Store with a sad look upon my face. I should have done that stupid, crazy Vaclav quest or screenshot in my town. If I'd have known for a second you'd call it quits after 12 long years. Go on, go, walk out the door, turn around now. You're not welcome anymore. You're the one who tried to hurt me with goodbye. Think I'd crumble? You think I'd lay down and die? No, not I will survive. Long as I know how to play Family Guy, cause on the quest for stuff, I know I'll stay occupied. I've got my life to live, and all my donuts to give, and I will survive. I will survive. It took all my strength not to fall apart, trying with all my might to mend my shattered Springfield. I spent so many nights feeling sorry for my chem farms, how I cried, but now I hold my head up high. And you see me, somebody new, I'm not that lonely little person, still sad tapping oot, oot. Now there's no more premium characters, expecting squeaky voiced teen to be free. Now I'm saving my tablet for someone who's tapping me. Go on and go, visit a neighbor's town. If you do it enough, you're gonna unlock Stampy Simpson. You're the one who tried to hurt me with goodbye, thinking I'd crumble. Did you think I'd lay down and die? No, not I will survive. Long as I know how to crush candies, I know I'll stay alive. I've got my life to live, and no more Cthulhu quests to give, but I will survive. I will survive. Go, tap out the door, turn around now. You're not fucking welcome anymore. You're the one who tried to hurt me with a deletion from the App Store. Think I'd crumble? You think I'd lay down and delete my chem farm? No, not I will survive. Long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got my life to live, and all my love to give, and I will survive. I will survive. Rest in peace, Tappies Oot. Rest in peace, Redfish Larry.
As you can see.
As you can see, you are tapped out coding. So what's
How's that?
So what's happening here, my biological brother? Are you Tappies Oot?
I have returned to the world of Tapped Out for one last hurrah, if you will.
Oh yeah.
And so we will discuss whatever you like. I will share some Tapped Out memories as we go.
Oh yeah. So just tell me a little bit about what's going on here, because for me, I know almost newt about Tapped Oot. What can I see? I can see the Simpsons house but not the Flanders house with dollar signs all over them.
We'll go. Would you like to be super zoomed or?
I just want just so that I can get a good gander at what's going on and the people and places, and you're gonna have to clue me in on what I'm seeing.
What can you currently see?
Oh, what I can currently see is the ninja, the Yakuza guy, and Krusty the Clown, Death, and the Simpsons house, and a house next door, which I don't think is the Flanders house, but maybe it is.
Yeah, so this is the Simpsons home from the
Yes.
TV show.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing you get within the realms of Tapped Out. That's the only thing you can basically not have, and you also can't store it.
Okay.
And here's Ginger Flanders right outside the correct home.
Right. As if we've just seen it right now in front of our very eyes.
So you can see the Flanders house, can't you now?
Yeah, I guess so. I can see the one next door, but I never realized the Flanders house was so like fruity and purple. Is it always look like that?
Yes, purple roofs. All my life I've wanted purple roofs.
I've never
Yeah,
noticed it.
look who's come for a visit.
Oh, it's Sarah Wiggum.
I know what we can make her do.
What can you
Let's get
make
her.
her do?
She's now going to drink box wine for a couple of hours.
And she threw the box wine straight into the front garden of the Sump's house, but it disappeared. Now she's glugging down some more box wine.
And the
Alcohol.
he's about to cut. Oh, he doesn't seem to care at all.
He just passed through her like a ghost.
So I've currently got it. There's so many characters, but the last time I played it, I did set it up so it was just, I think mostly just our cast characters that are out, which
I'm
is why
seeing
it's
mostly, yeah, that Luann, Kashmir, Zombie Clown.
Maggie, and then a few of the investorettes you got. And here's an interest Edna, an alive Edna.
All right. I've been calling her Crandall.
Exactly. They never changed it from her death. These are the characters. If you'd like me to send somebody on a task, feel free to.
I don't think I want that yet. I think I want to spend the next 5 minutes or so just wandering and seeing what's going on and asking the question of like why I've got Roy and Calculashman down the side of my screen.
Oh yes, so these are the tasks that you are currently. They're the ones that I never finished, basically.
Oh, from like the back in the day when you used to play it all day, every day.
Yes, so
Eddie Edie.
I will complete the tasks I have, which is a Stoneman coma.
Okay.
Can you read any of that, or is it too far?
Hey, what are you two doing behind the carnival ding dongs?
It says Ape Nelson, not Ape Ass.
Right. So who is this person? Carnival Homer? Is that a real character?
Yes. Yes, this seems to be like a. What's the Freak Show movie?
Called Freaks. It's weird. I just was seeing a history of like the biggest like movies, most important movies of history, and that one was just on like 10 minutes before I started recording, which is weird. It's too freaky for me though.
Freaky for Freak Show.
My goodness.
Yeah, I've not seen it, but I know they did a Trace of Horror parody of it, and I believe this is so. That's why the color is so. They did it in like a sepia tone.
Yeah, I beg your pardon. 1930s, isn't it?
So then they're just talking about some shite.
Can I listen to a
I
theme
can't help
tune?
it.
Let's do a theme tune for 30 seconds because the people can read what's on the screen now, right? So unless something is amazing, I'm not going to read that
Yes.
out. But I'm going to play a Tappies Oot song for the next 30 seconds. So strap in.
Indubitably, strap in and feel the G's, as Max Power would say.
Tappies Oot, 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 Tappies Oot.
Would you does Tappies Oot have in-game music? Like is that like are we listening to it right now?
Oh yeah, I just turn it down.
Let's have a listen. Turn it up. Let's have a good old gaggle at the music.
Seems to be entirely silent.
Oh, I think it sounds a bit like this. Is that about right?
That's exactly how it should sound right now.
Yeah, fair enough. That's pretty nice. That's kind of sweet. Tappies Oot music. Who's that? God?
It is God, and obviously this here is the God loophole that we have discussed in the past
Right.
to allow chem farming once a week
Well,
combined.
remind me of that loophole.
You can send God on this task, and you can see the cash difference here where you get like $260.
Yeah.
This God task gives you $777,777.
So was that intentional loop that like someone found, or is it some kind of
Yeah, I think it's
joke
just because it's God. They wanted something extreme, like they wanted the sort of the best task in the game, I believe. So that's what happened, but it wasn't supposed to be connected in any way to chems. But what did happen is, so you can earn that much money every day with God,
right?
and then the quickie marks or chems are cheap. so you can use that God cash to buy more chems. And then if you have the XP collider as well, which I have, I don't know if it's out or not, but that triples your XP by 5. So
Right.
that, and when you level up here, you get 3 donuts for each level, and
Right.
it only takes you like 4 quickie marks to level up if you've got the XP on.
Of course it does.
Hence the phrase, a savvy Taptutor can chem farm once a week using the God loophole.
A savvy chem farmer can chem farm once a week using the God loophole. It's a brilliant sentence. That's a sentence that could only be spoken in the year 2016.
Exactly. It's I believe there's a full song of it in one of the episodes.
I believe there might just be.
I'll take you on a tour of Springfield if you like.
Yes,
It's
please.
It's a shame that maybe like a couple. You have an option to nuke your entire town if you want to, so you clear everything and start again. So I did that a couple of years ago with the intention of making a brand new Springfield, and there was just so much stuff.
Right.
I'll show you my inventory in a moment, but there's just so much stuff that I gave up completely. So it's pretty much it's not the town it once was. It's all over the place, and there's not a lot of decorations. But which way would you like to go?
Left, of course.
This left.
Yeah, that's right. But let us wander for a little bit, but then I want you to give me a bit of a guide me to the places where the chem farmers live. I know there's no real chem farmers. You don't have a chem farm in this town, right?
No, but we could easily make one.
I think we should.
Using the God loophole.
In about 10-15 minutes, I'd like to invest a little bit of time in creating a chem farm. How long does it take to create one?
Oh, it's easy. It's super easy.
Barely an inconvenience.
You could chem farm every day using the God loophole if you wanted to. But once a week would be a bulk buy.
That was that part was not intentional, right? So the bit where like they wanted to make God a lot of points, but they did not intend those points to be then used in like to ruin the game essentially.
Yeah, no, they had basically 4 different things that they obviously didn't piece together that all work together to basically eradicate the need to buy donuts. And you do have to have some things in place. Like I'm on this level 939 for some reason is the highest level you can go to.
Right.
And after that, your level reward is you get like a prize of either 1, 2, or 3 donuts. So you level up super quick with the chem farming. That's the point of it. So you just keep leveling up, and every time you do, you get either 1, 2, or 3 donuts. So if you build enough chem farms to level up like 50 times, you could get 150 donuts out of that, which is basically like a gift. I used to have people hack it for me. There used to be a thing in like the early days, like 2013-ish.
Yeah.
Where on Reddit, people would do this thing for you where like I would basically just give somebody my login and password.
Yeah.
They would go into my Tappies Oot.
Yeah.
And I don't really know how, but they would hack it so you had like how I've got 8 donuts here, you would have just like 1,000. So I just bought everything on every couple of months.
That's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yes. But then they kind of cracked down on that, but then allowed a way for you to get donuts whenever you feel like it with the chem farm loophole. But you do have to be like the highest level. You have to have played the game for a while in order to be able to start getting the donut rewards. You have to be on the highest level. So it was for savvy Taptooters. Obviously, here we have the Ruth Powers house.
Yeah.
Next to that, this is just a big. I like the houses that are just kind of houses. Everything has a noise as well, as you can tell.
I cannot tell.
But yes, some of them are just like generic houses, which is pretty good, and you can make them Christmas themed.
Can you make all of them Christmas themed?
Quite a lot of them, yeah. Not the Powers house though, or the original brown house. This is sort of like the back wall, so you can't go anywhere past that.
Right.
That's somebody's finished the task. Yeah.
Show me what is that? That's the edge of the town, is it?
Yeah, but the town is excessively big.
But you just know where the edge is.
Yeah, well, when you load the game, it brings you to the Simpsons house.
Right.
So you have this is all extra stuff as well, like the actual. It used to end here, so this is actually the original town size.
Right.
So it's like a full, like you could. It's so easy to lose things.
Is there anything like hidden in there, like that, that you could like stumble across? Or do you basically know all the areas?
You just buy a segment of land each time you need one, basically. You get quite a lot to start with, but then you just buy a segment. But these new ones, or the newer ones, these rocks, I believe, give you rewards.
Oh yeah, what kind of rewards?
I think just like gems and all that kind of shit. But you keep the stuff, so like if I unlocked this square, I would also get this buffalo.
What can you do with the buffalo?
Nothing, it just simply exists to make your time. But I believe I started doing a Twin Peaks kind of thing. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I gave up on it.
Right. The TV show? He just died,
Yeah, I
that guy,
wanted.
right?
Oh yeah, rest in peace.
Hold on, listen to
Yeah.
this.
Better them than me. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Are you cheating on me with another game? Crop. Don't kill me! Kill the boy!
What's all this about?
They are the noises.
That you only get Homer?
Justice is served. Life gave me lemons and then took them away. Woohoo! New building! Push notification. Hey! Hey! Stop doing things and come play with me!
I do like that one a lot.
Better them than me. Doing things and come play with me!
That one?
Yeah, he just screams
Better
"hey"
them
twice
than me.
aggressively.
Does it
So
shout
these
at
are-
you? Go on.
No, no, these. I think I have talked about this at some point, but I don't remember when. But essentially, the main five all got paid for tapped out. So your Castaner letters through to your shearers all presumably got a big tapped out wage, as they are the only. Every single character. I don't know if you can hear this, but like, let's go for Marge. Press on Marge and she speaks basically,
Hmm.
and so does Leg. So it's basically any of the five characters you've got. Oh no, it's making noise now. If that character was voiced by one of those five, it will speak.
Oh
If
yeah.
not, it is silent. For example, Edna,
Silent.
which I always found quite jarring because it means a lot of like popular, like Rod doesn't talk, but Todd does, because Todd is Nancy Cartwright, but Rod was Pamela Hayden. And
Did
but
you
then
know
you
it was
get
shutting down?
this game.
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
After nearly 12 years of gameplay. What year did
Exactly
you
12.
first play Tappies Oot?
2012. I was in there from the get-go. I believe I got my first kind of phone that worked with games and stuff and Instagram and sort of apps around that time. Because I remember I got it at uni and I was very heavily into Tapped Out for quite a while, where it was but it was also admittedly a lot simpler at the start.
Ah,
It's a double-edged sword where obviously they have to just keep bringing in more and more stuff, but it makes it way harder to
enjoy.
access. Like the amount of stuff I had made me not want to do more. So to build, you would press this,
Right.
and this is my inventory is just like
What do you have in there? Does that say Mecha Hulk?
yes, is all like just in terms of characters, like
Tell me
these are
some
all.
of those. Slow down, Jimmy, and tell me some of the best ones.
Oh yeah, so I'll just pause it. These are all the ones that are just in storage because I put just the casters out. But there's four. You have Whitney, a Cletus child. You have Wind Lad,
Right, what's that all about?
a sidekick of one of like not Fallout Boy, but a superhero
Oh
within the show. A wisecracking parrot and a witch.
Tappies Oot.
Zia Simpson, Zootroy. I'll put Zootroy out.
I want to see the Mech Owl.
The Mecha Owl, indeed.
I also want to know about it. What is that character?
Was it a hawk?
It was an owl, wasn't it?
I believe you said Mecha Hawk.
That's just his name, but it's really an owl.
Oh, no, it is not. It is a supersized robotic Stephen Hawking.
Yes, please.
As you can now see, he is.
Hawking.
No, that's Kirk Van Houten, I apologise.
Stephen Hawking tour.
Yeah, he doesn't actually. Most of them do stuff, but Hawking doesn't seem to have any tasks. Regular Hawking does. He's knocking about somewhere.
But
But yeah,
Mecha
there's so
Hawking.
much. In terms of like buildings and stuff, there's hundreds, like in different segments. These are all just things that I have stored. As you can see, this is why I never fully went back to do it all again, because there's just so many things to work through. And then that's just the buildings. On top of that, there's all the decorations of like single item things, such as like the lemon tree, or just like, here's the first four. Monsono chimp resources, a little bit of Lenny, ATF van, and Abe's rainbow statue.
Right.
And
What's
they're
that all about? So
They're just things, like not buildings that people can go in, but just more like town decorations. Crowd of Praiseland kids, they
this
can
is
go out.
this is absolute gold for anybody that's interested in minor Simpsons characters and
Yeah,
ephemera.
It got past the point of being minor even by my standards.
For example.
Well, just the characters. I'll show you. was the thing. There's like a character. I'll scroll through. Can you see these?
Oh yeah.
Well, so these are just all the characters you can get.
Oh, it's what's his name? What is his name's wife?
Oh yeah, it's Edna. I've been calling her Crandall.
I'm calling him Maude.
But obviously, yeah, you start off
The
with
king.
your mainies.
Yeah,
your
read out
favourite
the names of
families.
one of the three wackiest ones that you come across.
All right, well, I'm just going to scroll. I'm going to show you these now, like where it's still relatively normal, school workers, more school workers, etc.
Oh
And
yeah,
if you scroll right to the very end,
mice.
the last one introduced was a Bart future, which you could unlock a teenage Bart, a huge, fat, flying Chief Wiggum. Can you see that one?
Oh yes, I can.
Teenage Nelson and whoever that is. And
Whoever that
then
is, yeah.
the Mayflower Maple Bowl was the one before that. And again, at this point, it's basically just skins. So you get a Puritan Lovejoy, and you just get Bart and Lisa in scout clothing. But for if you like obscure characters, this is where you need to be.
All right, that's exactly where I want to be.
Zoo visitors and invaders.
Let's go through those.
Apparently, I have the complete set.
Who
I
do
don't
they
know.
have?
I have no idea.
No
I don't
names?
know anything.
If you click
No.
on them, there's not like a character biog.
Nope. You find out when you have them in your town, but these four must have been in storage somewhere. Those are the Hypnotoad things.
The Hypnotoad, what's that?
Not Hypnotoad, sorry, that's Futurama. The toad that Homer licks for drugs.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the fun ones are sort of, well, they're all fun. But when they started running out of characters, it was quite fun. Before they just started putting skins out for characters that already existed.
All right.
It got to the point where like super villains. Then you have Dr. Colossus, Krusty as the Joker or whatever,
Oh yeah.
the Collector, and a Robot Snake, and the Scoutmaster from the Radioactive Man.
Oh yeah.
So my point being that there is a lot of you can make a complete city, complete with like 600 residents. In fact, they've got so much stuff in there. There's enough stuff to make a Shelbyville. Like, there's enough theme stuff to make a Shelbyville. There's enough, because again, before I deleted it all, I had these things. I had a Shelbyville in there, and I had a Globex town,
All right.
which is, the Scorpio town, because they give you enough sort of themed stuff. But my favourite
Yeah.
thing is the characters walking around. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Todd, Maud's best friend, Shauna Chalmers. Look,
So they're just
look
kind
at
of
this.
wandering, right?
You know who that is?
No, I can't see. I can't see most of your screen at this point. Who is it?
This lady here. Does she look familiar to you?
With the camping equipment.
Yeah.
Is it the woman from Blair Witch Project?
No, she is simply known as Tourist, but she is the basis of Alexis Wildcard Davis.
Oh, really?
She is the image I use, so like the blue hair and the visor and the stripy top.
Oh, that is true. I just thought Alexis Wildcard Davis was one of your friends.
No,
So you don't know anyone called Alexis Davis?
no, I know someone called Alexis and I know someone with the surname Davis, but I don't
Alright.
think I meant to put them together. I don't know where it came from.
So it wasn't as intentional.
I believe not, but the stealing of Tourist to make a character was
Nice.
Sam and Carl walking around. Sherry and Terry is quite a weird one because everybody is separate, but Sherry and Terry are together.
Yeah. Do they at any point in the show do they kind of differentiate themselves to the
No.
extent that it would be like do they have any individual character traits?
Zero. I have a vague interest in doing a Terry cast at some point to see if we can establish if you can tell definitively which twin is which in scenes. But it's been on the back burner for about 15 casts.
And that's $1 million idea.
Yes. And then you get the beach and the sea.
All
There's
right.
a Cthulhu portal.
What's that? How does that work?
It's Riley. How do you say that? Riley.
I don't know. So it's not a human language, so
True. It's just a little area. That's it. I believe it's in action now, so it's just a portal. But then you do get some other. I'm sure there's a Cthulhu lure, or maybe I didn't put any of the sea stuff out either. But it spreads
can
along.
you actually go down into Cthulhu's realm and see him?
Unfortunately, no. But he is walking around the town somewhere.
All right.
So yeah, at some point,
Yeah, we
all
saw
of
him.
this stuff,
Saw him before.
all of this stuff was full and thriving, and then I destroyed it all, and I just didn't redo it. You can see where I started to.
Oh yeah.
With, like, here's a little camping area that I started working on.
Now, was that just kind of like fun building of the town, or did you have some sort of kind of like plan? You mentioned Twin Peaks, but were you just trying to like make a fancy place, or did you have some sort of grander scheme?
No, I just wanted it to look nice, I can't remember why I got rid of it in the first place. I think I just stopped trying. and I
Oh
wanted
yeah.
to redo it all, and then I didn't try. But no, my general thing is I just want it to look nice. There he is,
Oh yeah.
with Sanjay and Ned and the Mer. But yeah, I just sort of like designing. I like little areas, so you would have like a little park or like little themed areas.
Oh yeah.
For now, you got Mo's church.
But you
But
can't
yeah,
go inside any of these buildings, right?
no, you simply tap. Oh, the characters can. The Heck House,
The Heck
sponsored,
House.
a sponsored church with Jesus on the front.
Right, good. Yeah.
The thing, oh yeah, the only thing in here that I started working on properly is down here. We will go into it now.
Oh yeah.
This is all of these buildings are related to casters.
Oh, what have we got there?
So this is what you got Maude with, the Gypsy fortune teller shop.
Oh yeah, that's the thing I associate her most with.
Oh yes, Stu's Disco,
Yeah, definitely. Good call.
and then a slaughterhouse from that came with Doris.
The fifth one,
This one,
Slaughterhouse one.
yes, Honest John's Computers, which came with database.
Oh yeah. Is that where he works?
I believe so. Sometimes again they had to start stretching things. Florence of Arabia, which comes with Kashmir.
Right. What is that? What kind of store is the Florence of Arabia shop?
I believe it's some kind of sexy whorehouse, if you will.
Florence of Arabia is a strip joint,
Yes,
right next to the old off-ramp inn, according to one of the two Simpsons wikis.
exactly, the bad one.
The bad one,
The
probably.
school that came with Leopold, that isn't any of the schools that we know of.
All right. What is Leopold? He's like the hyperintendent?
Yes.
Like he's Chalmers'
Oh,
boss?
no. I believe he's Chalmers' assistant. I believe
Really?
he's just the assistant superintendent.
And his main line is "You made Chalmers cry."
I don't think he ever said
That's
that.
what I took away from the cast. He's a surly, snarling man, and he said, "You should all be ashamed of yourself for making Simpson cry."
No, he comes in and yells at them all, but then he's nice. You think you're mixing it up with when Skinner says, right, you think that's funny, right now, Prince Superintendent Chalmers is sat at home crying like a little girl,
I
I believe.
do think that's funny.
And then you have Club Krusty, came with Raheem.
Right. What is
Some of
Club
them go,
Krusty? What's that like? Just a nightclub?
yeah, sort of like a adult retreat, it says.
All right. Is that a real thing from the show, do you think?
Yeah, I think everything at least appear. A lot of them are just, like stores that people walk past, or
Oh
like
yeah.
one time. But then you get some like this is Edna's apartment, which is, seen frequently.
Right.
Here's
Yeah,
one
yeah.
called the Hungry Hun.
The Hungry Hun. That's German, right?
Yes, that came with Uta. Kirk's bachelor apartment.
Now, I just have to pause you there for a second because I believe that the background to the story was that Homer Simpson neglected his work and accidentally caused a meltdown in the nuclear power plant. He is solely responsible for rebuilding Springfield. He's desperate to find other characters. I don't see any of this narrative playing out here.
No, that's really only a narrative for starting the game off, but there is no further goals on from that other than keep going, like keep building, get your town, and then once you've got a town, it's just how a regular town would be, which is right, what improvements can we make? What can we do here? Oh,
But
here's a new
Homer
building.
never comes back to guide you and says like, "Oh, this town's looking amazing now."
No, as far as I know, like once you get past the first like 15 levels or so, you've essentially got a solid group of characters.
Oh
And
yeah.
then it is just people just sort of, it never says like, oh, Homer, you brought me back. Or like, oh, thank you, Homer, you brought me specifically back to this town. It's just, again, it becomes quite known to the characters, I think, that they're inside of, again, or they know, like, they didn't
Right.
exist up until the point that they started in the game, and then they kick back off from wherever they were in the show.
All right.
Um,
Yeah.
But without any sort of in between, like, we've been trapped in some kind of weird realm for years. It's just, oh, I'm here now, and here's my storyline.
Okay. Yeah.
And then once you've done your storyline, you're basically just a townsperson. Yeah, I did a list. They're all just the buildings that were relevant to our Cast friends. And then
Okay.
the
Yeah,
only thing we can take a little tour through this praise land that I made, but it's very, very limited.
No, I would love to take a tour through the Praise Land.
This was
Is there a
supposed to
way
be
to zoom out and see your entire town, or is it just too big?
too big. That's as zoomed out as it goes.
Okay, so you can't do like a Google Maps thing.
No, you can sort of. I've seen people before. I think you can actually. I think there's a picture option on. Yeah, you can take a picture of it.
All right. But you can't do that in game. You have to like pause the game or something.
Yeah, I think it would just. I don't think I ever tried it because I had nothing. By the time they brought that in, I'd already destroyed my own time. Praiseland allows you to build walls as well, which I think I mentioned
But not
before, which is
bridges.
fun. No bridges, but because these Praiseland walls are exclusive to, sometimes if they bring in a new wall or something and it's for something, you only get like 10 of it, and that's it. Make it
No
work.
loophole. No god loophole where you can get unlimited Praiseland walls.
But there is for Praiseland, it's not really a loophole, but you can just keep buying. It takes 3 hours to make one wall segment, basically.
All
And you
right.
can just keep buying them. So you could actually. My goal was to make a huge Praiseland that covered almost entirely the whole town.
Oh yeah. What kind of stuff can you put in the Praiseland?
You can put whatever you like in it from your town.
But can you put anything like can you put anything that is like Praiseland related?
Yeah, you got like a bundle with Rachel Jordan. So I'll take you for a little wander.
Yes,
We have
please.
This is the Ten Commandments
All right.
stone slab that came with God, and then we got this beauty right here at the front.
So how do you get that statue?
Same way as everything. They make it accessible.
I don't know what that means. Like there's like a pop up, like there's a little box pop up somewhere and say you can get a statue of Maude.
They just sort of release stuff every couple of months. So I think this was an Easter one. So like they would release you would do certain tasks and you would get rewards, but the rewards are new, which is how they keep it.
I don't know.
moving.
I don't even know what that means. So you as a character, you would play as a character like Maude, for example, and she would play, and the rewards that she got specifically would be like new and different.
It's kind of like I can just sort of show you actually. So this whatever event this is has a key. So basically your first thing that you can win is this yokel truck.
Oh yeah.
In order to win that, you have to do these 3 things.
Oh yeah,
Make-
kayfabe.
Yeah, so you make Homer do something, you have to make Cletus do something, and then you can use a selection of characters basically that they decide on
Oh yeah.
to earn key fobs. And
Key fobs. I thought that the currency was donuts.
donuts is like the special currency.
What's the real currency? Key
Just
fobs?
sort of money, but whatever you need for that event. So obviously, because this is about cars, this
Right.
event is clearly car themed.
Yeah.
So the thing you needed to, whatever the story is that key fobs are needed, and so you send people on tasks, and the reward is like 10 key fobs. But you need 115 to get this reward.
Here is this.
So exactly. That's what will have happened with the Maude one. It'll have been like an Easter thing where Ned, etc. Lovejoy send these characters to go and pray, and you'll win 10 Bible ribbons, and if you get 100 Bible ribbons, you can unlock this Maude statue.
Oh, beautiful. All right, keep going with the tour of Praiseland.
Indeed. Watch this for super special.
Oh, that's beautiful. Is that an inshore thing?
I think it's just nice. I think it's just a heavenly glow.
Who's designing this?
I don't actually know. It's very well done, though, isn't it?
It's very well done, like considering that they've just been hammering it for over a decade.
Yeah, and then you got the angel topiaries that Neddy was working on.
Oh yeah.
So that's my little front bit. These little Easter-themed ponds, some ficus plants, as we know that is Maude's favourite plant, and they made that available at some point.
Oh yeah. Beautiful.
I kind of try to make it MFIMDB, I think.
Yeah.
You go in, you've got coffee bar, haunted house, lotto and liquor store, and an abandoned store.
An abandoned store with the title of abandoned store in it, of course.
Yes. Blips's Zapteria.
What's that?
I believe it's an arcade.
Oh, not an alien.
And then Cafe Kafka.
Harry Kafka. That sounds cool.
That's row 1. And then here we go, some Praiseland themes. You've got Snake Tree.
Oh yeah, you won all of this in your in-game, right?
Yes. Over the a lot of it won't have come at the same time. Like this is just a big greenhouse, but it fits into the MFMI, that thing we own
Whatever. That's right.
as a greenhouse.
Do you agree with Daniel Bischoff from the game Revolution that says The Simpsons has everything you need for an excellent free-to-play game, including universal appeal, a wealth of material, and excellent little soundbites like Doe and Krusty's iconic laugh. It's just a shame that Electronic Arts has to choke the life out of that wonder with a repressive origin service. What does that even mean?
Precisely. I fully agree.
What's an oppressive origin service?
I have no idea. I don't even know I don't think it's in-game relevant, but here's a Noah's Rocking Arch and Solomon's Temple.
Right.
They are both Praiseland specific things from the show. And then here's a space station and the underwater station.
Oh, that's cool. What's going on there?
This is Atlantis, apparently.
Yeah. So did you win Atlantis?
Yes. And this one is Rigel 7, the home of Kang and Godos.
Oh, that's
They've just
not
got
where
rid of it.
Cthulhu lives, though.
No. And then these portals are separate things. I just thought they looked cool, as that is the way I envision the MFIMDB car park, is to just have portals to.
Well, that'd be
Here's
cool, wouldn't it? I think there's a portal there for sure. Hopefully
Jeff Apple's.
Snaggy's on his way there right now.
Hopefully. Jeff Apple's world headquarters.
Very good. He's also underwater.
He is indeed an ultimate fighting zoo.
Does that mean that the people in it are ultimate fighters, or that the animals in there have to fight?
Possibly both. Maybe you fight the animals.
Like the gladiators.
Here's some more stuff that I intended to put into Praiseland but never got around to, such as a stage, a recording studio, and a circus, and a chocolate shop.
Oh, that's great. In fact, that's everything I want from my Praiseland / MFIMDB. The only thing it's missing really is a giant sphinx. I beg your pardon.
That's true. God's house.
Oh, the House of God. Can you get a giant gold sphinx, do you think?
I think you can get a sphinx. I think I just haven't done that. Which
Can you
is
get it now?
interesting.
Can you show me how I would get a sphinx?
I believe it will be stored in my decorations.
I'd like to make a suggestion. In about 15 minutes, I would go, and then you can, if you record another hour or so later before the shutdown, and then we can record over that one as well, if you like, and
That sounds
get ourselves a good towards the night. You can
Sounds
give me
good to me.
a one-man tour while you're on your own. Anyway, tell me more. What am I seeing here?
That sounds like a plan to me. These are all just decorations. Here we go.
Oh, how did you find it? You already had it?
Yeah, mostly I wouldn't have been able to do that without already having it. But again, I've just got a lot of things from the past.
How do you think you got the Sphinx?
They've covered all bases now. So anything that's happened in the show at this point, they've covered. So there's a whole, you could make. Again, at one point, I had like countries. I had a full section of
Beg your
different
pardon?
countries. Exactly. Cult. So I had you can get Mount Fuji, you can get all kinds of Japanese stuff. So I had a little Japan, I had a little Italy.
Oh,
There you go.
can you keep that's Osaka Castle? Can you keep making it bigger? Oh, it's Himeji Castle. I've been to Himeji Castle. We went there last year, it's closed.
Nice.
Yeah.
You can keep making it you can just. It's not. I got quite a lot of the land, to be honest, and there's still quite a lot I don't have. But until you basically can just keep going until it won't let you go any further. But yeah, you can just keep buying squares of land.
Okay. But there's no way to interact like Animal Crossing with the other people's islands, right?
Yes, you can do this. You can visit your friends. It just it takes a while. So, and used to get rewards for this as well, but I got all of them pretty early on.
All right. So who are your friends here?
I don't remember. I think some of them are just people who you added online. But let's go for this one.
What
You
if
can have
they're
a
also
one.
playing at this time? Like, what if they're there? Would you know that?
No, I don't think it sends an actual character. It's just as if you can't. All you can do is tap 3 buildings, I think.
Okay.
So this is this person's town.
What's that floating pie?
Where this
No, pie. I think is behind the Simpsons house. Yeah, over that tree.
that
Yeah.
it's lemons
Oh,
from the lemon tree.
Life gave me lemons, and then he took those lemons away.
Exactly. So yeah, this person is obviously putting a lot of time and effort, but it's not particularly themed.
No, but some people's are, right?
Interestingly. Yeah, my main thing was to make it block everything off into themes, but it is a shame. Maybe I've got pictures somewhere because the town I had was pretty darned good, to be honest, with all the different
What happens
segments.
now when it shuts down? What happens? Go on, what was you saying then?
I nuked mine simply. I don't know what this is. What I mean, this is why I want to be online when it goes off, because I don't know if it's just going to go. I don't know if it's just going to go black and then be gone, or whether it's just it's got a message will pop up, or you never know. This could all just to be just site interest, and they just could say oh, you're back now, so here's a cam phone.
Here's a camera phone for your trouble. I think that
40.
I wonder so there's no way to download any aspect of it. You'd have to just screenshot or do what we're doing now and take a video tour.
Pretty much, yeah. You couldn't also. The only thing I saw that was really of any kind of use is you can build a monorail,
Right.
and then you can not ride the monorail, but it will take, it will follow the monorail round the town. So if you built a monorail that kind of weaved in and out of your town, you could just set that to go and then record without having to move around yourself. But
That's cool.
that's kind of the only way that you can do it, I think, without just doing what I'm doing now.
Very interesting. There's so many little loopholes from like the creation of the game, and kind of like, people got really creative with Minecraft and worked out how to do all kinds of like really wild stuff.
Yeah,
It wasn't the intention of the creators.
No, and they made it so like just again because they were releasing stuff maybe every month or two for 13 years. So that's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff.
And I kind of just used to like doing this, which is just show you your characters. Takes you around to who you've got.
Oh yeah. Now I can't help but notice that we haven't actually seen Maude as a character yet. So are you waiting for the reveal or something?
She's on screen right now, but she hadn't been until recently.
Really?
Can you see her?
Let me see. Oh yeah, there she is, floating. So was that just a coincidence that she just popped up right now?
Yeah, I hadn't seen her there, and I didn't until now. I had not seen her at all, but you can get revenge on Homer.
Can we do that? Can I see her do something? Some sort of action?
Yes, now that Homer is free, we will send her to get revenge on him, which I believe happens at the fortune teller shop. It means she's probably floating her way down there now.
Oh, so like you go there quick, and then she arrives in like real time.
Yeah, just to walk there.
That's cool.
So,
How do we get this revenge? Like what form does that take?
I will let it be a surprise, but I believe you may have seen it in the Tapped Out cast recently.
Okay.
Slave Labor Willie.
Slave Labor Willie. What's that? I
believe it's when he was an Egyptian. I don't know actually, because this is also Taskmaster Willie is when he was an Egyptian slave driver.
Right.
Mole Man has no costumes.
Why is
Duff
that?
Man has Lady Duff. Either they didn't do any or I didn't unlock them.
Like an oversight on both of your parts.
Precisely.
How long is it going to take?
Tree.
Christmas tree. How long is it going to take Maude to get there?
Ages. Let me see. I'm doing this to see if it will take me to her.
Take me to Maude. Send me to Maude.
Squirrel Luan. George Washington. Database.
Yeah.
Kashmir. Helen. Cecil. Grimy.
Helen's a what?
Cookie. Helen's a cookie.
Resting cover. While I'm absent, I'm going to jump off in a minute once I've seen Maude do a thing. Could you you're going to stop this and then like record some more later, right? Because otherwise it's like 2 hours of video, and it might not like it much in your tablet.
Yeah, I am going to do that. I might just record some 10-minute segments of me doing stuff.
Well, I do have a request. I would very much like to see some chem farming in action.
Oh yes. Well, while we wait for there we go. They're there.
All right. Where did Homer come from?
He also must have walked there.
to be haunted by it.
Yes. The only thing I don't like about this is you never get a front facing, or if you only get a back of the head shot.
Is she firing a t-shirt cannon at him?
Yes, that's her revenge. Which again, it's quite cool. Quite
Is that
nice.
Before this show? Didn't happen in the show as well?
Yes, this happened in the show in the year 2001. It's 11 years prior to the game, so it was not a foreshadowing event.
No, when she came back as a ghost and murdered him.
Yeah, that did happen after this, to be honest, but it was more orchestrated by Bart than this direct thing. So that's basically all you can get more to do.
All right. What's that flushing? What's going on with all those bars there?
I fast forwarded it.
All right.
So that I could show you this other one. See, she's still going, and then she's just sort of trapped.
Were the two Homers there for a second?
Yes, it got a little bit foofy there for a minute.
Does it glitchy? Is there some cool tapped out glitches?
Yeah, sometimes quite a lot. It'll show like the hedges will get replaced with like Sideshow Bob's head or something like that, which is always quite fun. There's probably quite a few good images of that online as well. I'll give you a brief example of a chem farm.
Yes, please.
So let's take this space here. You would simply go to here and you would find businesses. You will select your chem.
Yes, I will.
You will purchase your chem. And essentially you would just do this for this entire area.
Right. And this is that you can do it with any, but chem essentially is the one that gets you the most donuts.
Yeah, you can do this with any building, but these are the cheapest ones and they don't take that long to. It's more about time than anything.
Right.
For example, all of these now, it will still take 4 hours. But the next time I log on to this game realistically, or if you're playing it like frequently, you could just do that for that entire space. And then the next time you log on, all you do is collect the rewards, delete them, and do it again.
Okay. So, and there's no there's no way to speed up that time.
Yeah, but you have to spend donuts to do it.
All right, and there's
And
no.
that's why I did the rat trap one was the other one that I used to do because you just build it instantly, like
Right.
like for example, that hedge like that. So it's
Yeah.
just built, but you get less. They cost more, and I think you get the same amount of donuts, but it just costs a lot more to do the rat traps. So it's financially savvy to chem farm.
It is, but especially if you're using the God loophole.
Precisely, a savvy tap tutor.
Do you ever go onto the Simpsons Tapped Out wiki?
I used to go on it instead of I would still keep track of updates for the game when I wasn't playing it, just to see if they'd brought anything in that would bring me back into the game, such as like a real life Maude skin, etc. Or
Real life
some
Maude.
super Flandersy stuff.
Right.
But they never really. The only one of them they did like a cool sort of Death Note thing,
Yeah.
and that was the closest I came to coming back into the game. But I believe the only issue is I didn't want it on my normal phone because it was a lot of storage.
All
On
right.
the phone I had.
So it literally stores all of your bits on the phone.
Yeah, it's quite a big thing to have, and my phone was basically getting too old for it.
All right. I'm
So I
getting
can't-
too old. I'm getting too old for this Taproot.
Yes, so I stopped because of that, but then kept my eye out for stuff. But they did this cool kind of like mirror. I don't know if you can see them very well because I don't own them, so they're shadowy.
Who are those people?
It's Grandpa, Disco Stew, Ned, and Burnsy, but in a sort of Death Note anime sort of style. And I would have quite liked to have those unlocked, but I did not return to the game.
Well, show me those a bit more. They're pretty cool. They're like One Punch Man, right?
I would have quite liked the Disco Stew one. Yeah, so they kept it interesting for people. But had I not have lost needed the space on my phone for literally anything else,
Yeah.
or kept just this tablet, I just let this tablet die like 5 years ago. I
Yeah.
never loaded it back up because it's slow. But it's always been in the back of my head to get back into Tappies Oot. But then when they announced it was finishing, it kind of seemed redundant. I feel bad for the people who spent real
Thousands
cash,
of real dollars.
because
There was a Facebook thing, where people were discussing this. Somebody said you should turn on the snow for like 1 month. Is that something they do like over the like in the
Yeah.
winter months or something?
So Halloween and Christmas tend to go. Halloween, they make it all kind of purpley and nighttime and spooky, and that was my favorite sort of visual. Like the water would be like a turquoisey kind of color,
Yeah.
and then you would go from that into Christmas, which was everything was kind of snowy, and then you could change a lot of the houses to have the decorations up and that kind of stuff. And again, they give you enough stuff to have like a Christmas town if you wanted that in your corner, like regular
Christmas
Springfield.
Town goes to summer camp.
Exactly. Or like Halloween Town, etc.
Oh yeah.
I used to have quite a large wooded area with creepy stuff in it.
Nice.
And the Cletus farm just kind of lodged in there, but now it is no more.
Is there any like tapped out creepypasta?
Possibly. There's probably lots of weirdos out there. I like this guy, Billy.
What if the Simpsons tapped out got a creepypasta? But that's just literally a picture of someone typing that and even
Marvel's what if.
I'm going to finish with a song and then I'm going to leave it to you, if that's all right.
Aye.
Used to play all day and every night.
That's not what I wanted. I didn't want it to say. I wanted it to be sad. I wanted it to be a celebration. So let me fix that. All right, get ready.
When this version is download, you'll end up signing all your IRL friends have all got bored. Oh, you don't have your missed stuff garbage. All money's already sick of me. The productivity plummeting. She's been talking kids with Simpsons Tappies Oot, playing hack to the couch. Simpsons Tappies Oot, Oot, Oot. Simpsons Tappies Oot, Oot. Simpsons Tappies Oot, Oot, Oot. Simpsons Tappies Oot. Plug into the entirety of silicone. Our movement limited to finger twitch. Ghastly cries for sideful sense. soon you're caught back on it. Now you're trying to force political conversation to justify it, pulling out quotations. Simpsons, Tappies, ooh, ooh, ooh. Simpsons, Tappies, ooh, ooh. Playing tap to the
Brilliant.
Beautiful.
Now we skip to one-ish weeks later.
Hello and welcome to the second part of this episode. Tappies Oot, Tappies Oot, gone forever. We're recording this in a post-Tappies Oot world. This might be the last recorded video of Tappies Oot. What do I
Could
need
well
to
be.
know? What do I need to know?
Nothing, I can't remember. I think I just continued to play.
Then let's get right to it.
It is a joy to have experienced one last time.
Well, so for now, we've all got Tappies Oot nostalgia. Talk me through
Exactly.
it. What am I seeing?
The loading screen for the Simpsons Tappies Oot. I just went back on and did some general stuff.
Okay. How long did you how long did you stay on the Tappies Oot loading screen?
I don't remember.
What we got going on here? So talk us through taking a really quick zip, like a super top speed zip through Springfield, like literally sprinting through Springfield. Oh, there we go. What's going on there?
That is God's home at the back of my praise land, which you might want to mute that actually. Might make things a lot more confusing if you don't.
Oh yeah.
Oh look, it's Maude.
Oh, it's Maude. What's she up to?
Just floating a boot.
Floating a boot. Tappies in.
Yeah, naturally the God area was placed into Praiseland. For me, I don't know what other people did with it. Frankly, that's none of my business. But for me, there was only one place for it, and that was Praiseland.
Praiseland. So what does it do? What does the God area do? Is that where you can get like the God loophole?
Oh yes.
Is that unrelated?
Yeah, it just came with. I think it came with Jesus actually. I think that was the building that you unlocked with Jesus was just a little stairway to heaven.
Stairway to Stephen.
Exactly.
So what we got here? Are you playing a mission now with Homer J. Simpson? Sometimes.
I can't remember. You might have to. You're gonna have to play it.
It was so many days ago.
It was like 2 weeks ago. I think I'm just scrolling around. I was having a look. These are the buildings that are related to the Castcasters once again, and we're back in Praiseland.
Are you sprinting through them at an absolute madman's pace for a particular reason?
I think I was just trying to figure out. This is how you play the game. This is me simply playing the game.
Oh, is that how you do it? What are you building there?
I was constructing the rest of Evergreen Terrace, so the President's house. And then this was just a quick fire. Let's see if I can cram some buildings in before the game dies.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that is a bar, and that is the House of Pancakes in which the Investorettes meet.
Oh, very nice.
They could be in there right now.
It could be. Just to be clear, you did not play this up until the servers literally kicked you off, though, right? This is not the last 20 minutes.
No. But I did get that on camera.
Really?
And there is the aquarium.
You got the camera. You got it as it shut down, or you just got the screen that says we're done for?
That one, just the screen.
Oh yeah.
That we're done for.
What's this pond here?
I was building the aquarium with Sarah Wiggum, so I decided to surround it by water as a moat kind of situation.
Like a SeaWorld thing, isn't it?
It is. It's just like that, and now it has some flooring and a little path.
Very nice.
So you can get into the aquarium.
We got Poochie, Ginger Flanders.
Wrong, Amber Simpson. The other one. One of my favourite little features. I don't know if I'm going to do it now actually, but you can make bridges with the water if you put a path through it.
Oh.
So that was always nice to cultivate bridges. There's some presidential kind of stuff.
Nice. What's that tree?
I believe it's Washington's tree. Whichever one of them knocked a tree down.
Oh, that was George Washington with his I cannot tell a lie, right?
That's the one. There it is. I cannot tap an oot.
I cannot and will not tap an oot.
No. And there's an apple tree.
Well, that's the tree that he couldn't tell a lie about, not a big pink tree made from candy floss. That's not a presidential thing.
That is accurate. And I just treeing it in to for extra privacy.
You ever make yourself a forest?
Exactly. Rather upsettingly, you couldn't. You can only turn the buildings 2 ways. You can't do 4. So you can't have things facing how that would just be across the road.
Oh yeah.
Facing the Simpsons home, that is not an option. There's some
okay.
boot rocks.
Boob rocks, is that a real thing?
Seems like it.
Did you make those boob rocks, or were they all part of the game?
Everything is part of the game. There will be no making here.
You don't make any buildings, just to be clear. Everything that you make is just slotted together from pre-created Simpsons memorabilia.
Yes, you simply what I'm doing now is like a quick version of how you play the game entirely, to be honest. You kind of do this whilst your people are doing stuff.
All right.
The joy for you is to tap.
What is the tapping? So each of this is you tapping literally on the screen, is that right?
That is accurate. And then
Tappies
to
Oot.
collect rewards, you must tap. I believe that is Fat Tony's house. It's one of the many mansions that became available.
Very nice one, isn't it?
It is. I used to have a mansion row before I nuked everything.
You can have as many of these buildings as you like or not.
No, you only get one. Unless you purchase others like the houses, you can buy as many as you want. You can have as many chems as you want, obviously, as you've seen.
Obviously. But you can buy
believe-
as many Fat Tony mansions as you like.
No, the opposite of what I just explained. You simply get one.
All right,
Other
but
than-
some things like a chem, you can have as many as you like.
Yes, so businesses like Chem and Krusty Burger.
Oh, franchise.
Aye, but then also like houses. You can buy generic houses like the brown house or the white house or the purple house.
Oh yeah, I see.
But you can only have one like Millhouse's house.
Oh, what about the Simpsons house?
Just one. One
Isn't
with
that-
variations.
All right, so there's lots of very similar houses you can get, but you can only get one actual Simpsons house.
Indeed, that is accurate.
All right.
Then there's a lot of stuff in there that's just like if you were to go through all of the stored stuff I had and put it all out, it would probably take
Well, no,
maybe like 12 hours if you were to sit and do it all in one go.
oh yeah,
Maybe like 5.
maybe 5 12-hour blocks.
Yes.
What about do we get to see some of your characters doing missions, or did you skip that bit?
I think yes, I believe I'll be sending people on stuff, but this is the heart of Tappies Oot, is the building and the tapping. So this is just an example of how quickly you can get it done if you don't care. But
Well, I
generally,
don't, but I think all of those are great. What's that dinosaur park?
I believe it's just a fake Jurassic Park. That's what I mean.
Right.
A lot of things will just be from an episode.
Billy and
like
the Clonosaurus.
Yes, for example, the R Fudge Factory. That's one of the better ones, the Stonecutter.
You can just stick it on the beach just like that.
Yes, they introduced a beach element fairly early, to be honest, and a squid port
Oh, yeah.
element.
I didn't become a
Well,
complete beach.
Exactly, bit of a squid port, but you can you can build the whole squid port as well with promenade style buildings.
What is this squid port when it is at home?
I don't know how to explain it. It's just like a promenade.
Is that a real
Oh,
thing in
yeah.
America, a squid port?
I'm not sure. I've only ever heard it in this context, but I've never thought that's a weird word. It always seems like a real word to me.
Squid port. What port does a squid configure the squid service to listen on a specific? No, I don't think squid port is a real thing. Where's that video? gone?
I'd be inclined to agree.
All right, squid
What I
port.
did-
Are you?
What I did like about later Tapped Out was they made alterations to make it easier for you. For example, here,
Yeah.
I placed one bar, so the next 5 buildings it suggested were also the bars that I had in storage.
Oh, that's nice. It's
So
like
it's
an
sort of
algorithm. Like when
exactly.
YouTube won't play you videos you actually want.
Exactly. It's so it would do that, which is quite handy. And then there's things. This is a sumo stadium, so I thought I
Why
would
not?
put it down here with this side is sort of the Maude-casty stuff,
All right.
and that reminded me of that actual stadium in Osaka, possibly at the Sun Building thing.
Oh yeah,
Kind of looked like that, so I thought it would do as a Maudie.
indeed.
It is fun to, yeah. If you got into this game like a year in, when there was 40 buildings to place,
Oh yeah.
it would be manageable. But when you come back into it at this sort of level, when you've literally got a city's worth of buildings to place, but then also decorate, if you want it to be good, at least you get all kind you can make like this. Now that could be it for your Krusty Burger, or you could do what I'm doing here with the floor, and then
Who's
put
singing?
singing.
Please continue.
I believe someone is cutting the grass at the worst possible time.
All right. It just sounds like a beautiful singing in the background. But what?
Beautiful screen. Yeah, loads of props and items came into it that were good for certain buildings, but then if you lost it, you had to scroll through to try and find it. Like there's a rotating Homer mannequin that you
Right.
can put out, like that Patty and Selma used to beat up. So it would be good to place that outside of the Patty and Selma's apartments, but then you would have to track down in your inventory where it specifically was, and it would
No
just
search function
no, surprisingly, there's just so much stuff.
and literally nowhere to locate it.
You just have to keep scrolling. It should be called scrolled out. For example, there's two of the. This is in terms of obscurity. These are like two chili cook-off tents. Ned's 5 alarm chili, which was only 2 alarm, and a little bit of Lenny is the other one.
I see. And are
And
you
it
buying
is-
these things, or because you own them, you can just slam out all of them, right?
Yeah, once you own it, you own it. They will not take it away from you. You can just put it in your inventory.
And there's
So-
nothing left for you to own. There's no more worlds for you to conquer.
Oh, there was hundreds, if not thousands, of things I did not own in this game.
Anything mod related that you were hankering for but never got?
No, simply because everything was relatively attainable, and I would just sort of check the updates to see if there was anything of interest to me.
Well,
So,
I
like,
see.
every couple of months, I would just sort of have a look and see, oh, have they brought anybody into it? And then I just so all the Flandersy stuff I kind of got, like all the side Flanders, and then all like Flanders home. You could get a ficus plant was available, which Maude specified was her
Beg your
favourite.
pardon.
Exactly. So that was a good one. Praiseland statue was a big day.
In our house.
Exactly. But yeah, nothing overly Maudy. I expected them to release a live Maudy at some point, but it never manifested.
No, this is
So
good though.
again-
This could be the episode because I definitely
is.
watched this.
You're in luck.
But I mean, like every episode.
Yes, if only we'd had this idea before the game ended forever.
But sure, there's an emulator.
Maybe. That would be a fun, what a time to start a tapped out adventure.
Well, it depends
Yeah.
what the emulator is, because if it had everything, then it would be a good time. Because just like, say, if you were doing a podcast about a Manchester post-punk band just after the singer died and they disbanded, it'd be ideal because there would be no more new things.
I would agree, but I would also say that tapped out was very popular as opposed to
But the TapTap emulator, do you think there's one out there that has everything?
there could be. I don't know how powerful of an emulator it would have to be. In
It would have
terms
to
of
be
storage,
adequate, right?
it would have to be adequate. Yes, the main thing with this game was storage and the time it took to load. Sometimes, like they would, they kind of sort like the more stuff they put in, the more they made it work. So there's a point where it was like almost going to break because you had that much stuff in your town, you could barely like load it.
Yeah.
And then they sort of realised that, so they fixed it before they released any more stuff.
Oh yeah. So in many ways they have to make it work. But they're basically
Yes.
trying to play the equivalent of like a 50 gigabyte game on your phone, right?
Yeah, and the updates would obviously there's like an update once every like month, so you're adding more and more data into it. Just things like again when you've been going for 12 years, you have to. Some of the buildings are just real buildings. You kind of just
Yeah.
run out of like different Quickie Mart variants, Freechems, and just sort of like Congress building.
Like when you've been gone for 6 years and suddenly you've got a man, an angry, sweet-headed man and a wizard and a wizard bag as a pet.
Exactly, as a pet.
Like Hawaii and shite pet.
Exactly.
Gone fishing.
Yes, good point. And then yeah, they introduced water at some point. They did a good job of bringing things in over time. I will give them that.
Oh yeah, what's going on here?
That was the end of that clip. This is a second clip.
All right. Then did you put
Yeah,
that like Simpsons, like ding 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 ding?
Did not, but I can.
All right, so this is the final ever Tappies Oot Tappies Oot thing. As it loads, did it really take like several minutes to load?
Yeah, this is the main reason I stopped playing this game was time consumption.
Of the loading screen.
The tablet I was playing on was sincerely appalling, though. I think, oh, there you go. This is just an example of gameplay.
Tell me about it. Talk me through it.
So the game, there you go. Those the servers. That's the.
Ooh, in
23
23-1. What's that mean?
I don't know.
That's not a real
I
time.
think it means 23 hours.
All right.
But I don't know why they didn't just say that. There you go. That's the quick little brief message saying goodbye or whatever it said.
Quick and brief and little.
Once you're into that tapping out mode, you just tap over things without even realizing.
Team TSTO. What's
Team
TSTO? The Simpsons tapped out.
Yes,
Sadly, in-app purchases have been disabled.
exactly. Which means you could have spent like you could have put a lot of money into this game. So I don't know what the benefit of that would be anyway. But it could have just cost you like £600 or something if you spent like if you were buying something every month on that game and then they just took it away from you.
As far as you know, there's no way
Or
to
for you.
download the whole thing, right?
No, I've not but I've not looked.
What just
This
happened
is
there
how-
with all that money?
This is how you reap the rewards. This is me looking for my chem farm. I remember it took me ages to find it again.
Can you not
Um,
zoom out?
That is as zoomed out as you can go.
All right. Can you zoom in?
Yes, you can indeed. And I
How
liked it on
zoomed
the
in can
tablet
you
as
get?
well.
Cool.
Just relatively zoomed. Yeah, on a tablet it was always fun, simply because you could see what was going on. Yeah, all the dollars and stuff. There you go. That's the tapping part of the tapped out.
So when the money appears, you tap it and then it goes into that.
Yeah, there you go. And this is what happens when you get a new building. There's a chem farm being
Why did all those
Mm.
farms chems just drop out of the sky?
I built them.
Or at
And
the
that's
same
what
time?
happens. Yeah, but the buildings take like 4 hours, so you put it on and it just has like a little construction square. And then when you tap after that time,
Oh, so you don't have to catch it. You can see it. It doesn't appear like by magic. But why did it have a picture of Itchy and or Scratchy?
I can't remember. I think you get a scratch card or something with like gifts in it that you can get like every couple of hours. This was me just sending people on tasks real quick for the end.
Oh, yeah.
And I was trying to send everybody on, if you look, you see where there's a little like action thing. You can,
Yeah.
That means that you can see what they're doing, so they will not go inside.
All right.
So I was trying to keep everybody on the streets, like the Dingaling Ringmaster and Scuzzo the Clown and Billy.
What is all this like floating stuff over the buildings? Like, are you just missing that?
Missing what?
All those big like cash and gold that's like floating over the top of buildings.
Oh yeah, you just tap on that to receive it. But there is a finger statue you can press and it will do everything. It will click your entire town for you in one go.
Oh, so like you just in case.
Yes. So once you had that's what I mean, like it was doable when you had a certain amount of buildings. But then again, when it became like real city size, they had to bring in something where you could do it all just in one.
An automated tap.
Yes. Then your tapping can be done in different ways. All the characters have different costumes and stuff that you unlock. Glamour's on Marge.
Glamazon.
Yes.
Cletus Ding Dong. Can you send him on all of those missions, or do you have to send him on the next one that you haven't done yet?
Now you can just choose. Generally, when you got a character, it would make you do something with them. Then once you've done that, it would unlock all of the stuff for you to just do whatever you want.
And this
So you
is
could
this
send-
is fun, is it?
Yes, it is certainly fun. You could sort of time it as well, like if you wanted to. Like you could send everybody on 5-hour or 6-hour missions, then come back and play it later that day. Or you could send everybody on 24-hour missions and play the day after, etc.
What's the biggest number of people you can send on a mission at any one time?
All of them.
No limit.
So like 600 plus, however
Is
many
there-
characters.
But you'd have to do it all manually. There's no like send everyone on a mission.
No, there is actually. They brought in that as well.
Oh,
Like you could send everybody on like because all the mission times sort of match up for the most part. Like everybody has a 4, an 8, a 12, etc. Some have different ones like 24 or like 6 hours, but generally everybody would get like an 8-hour task, so you could just send them all off. And then
Is that it? Is that the very end of Tappies Oot?
This is what happened when I loaded it that very night.
Ah, so when you loaded it after the servers had gone down, this is what you got.
Indeed.
6 to 7 minutes of a loading screen. Oh my goodness. So cannot connect to server, unable to connect to server 4.69560, etc., etc. And did you try clicking around on that screen to see if you could tap anything?
I did, and it would not let you.
No.
That would have been a fun little Easter egg at the start was that if you tapped Homer 10 times, you got a Jebediah Springfield statue.
All right. Here's one if they'd have tapped it and they'd have said it's a joke, and you could still got back in.
It's still here.
Still here.
Gotcha. Now you're back. You might as well tap some more outs.
So what is it? What made them do that?
Get rid of it.
Yeah.
I think it was probably just diminishing returns. Like again, it's such a big game that not many people were coming into it new because it was quite the amount of stuff as you open. Like if you went into it now, it would be quite overwhelming. Well, not now because it's gone. But if you were to like get it now, there would be. I think it would be too hard to start. If you'd rather have to just already be in on it and then have not fallen out of love with it, or have continued to wait the time periods it takes to load.
Yeah.
So I just imagine it was costing them more money to keep open, to keep
Right.
adding more stuff and having new things every month, and they were completely out of ideas.
Life-ruiningly fun.
Indeed.
So
It
yeah,
was a phenom game, if you will.
it was indeed.
A great gift for the fans, considering you could play it entirely for free. Like it wasn't the kind of freemium game where it just completely hinders you to not spend money. Like it was
Right.
still it could be it was just as fun without the spending money options. Whereas some of these games that you get with this, you basically you can play like 5% of the game and 95% of it is behind the paywall.
That's no fun, is it?
No, whereas Tappies Oot was fair to their fans, and it was a gift that we could all enjoy.
Do you think you'll ever see the likes of it again in your lifetime?
Yes, I imagine the next valid step would be like a VR sort of thing, like a Sims kind of situation, but or like a tapped out kind of situation, but
Oh, yeah.
in 3D.
In
So you could just
3D?
walk. So you would just
Hologram?
be like a VR headset, and you could just walk around the town yourself that you designed.
That would be cool, wouldn't it?
That would be the next viable version of this, I think, but I can't see them doing not another game version.
Maybe The Simpsons just doesn't have that cultural pull anymore. Would you ever say The Simpsons is no longer in the top 3 TV shows of all time, like right now?
I would say people still class it as that, but they only class the episodes from like up to like the year 2000.
Oh yeah. So if
it doesn't really matter that it's still on, basically. Like if it had ended in 2000, the opinion would still be the same.
oh yeah.
People
So
just act as if it's finished.
what's that?
People just act as if it's finished
Why do they do that?
because they don't like it because it's dipped in quality considerably.
So you're saying it should be ended, its service should be shut down?
No, that was once my opinion, but post Maude-cast, my opinion has changed because now it is simply data for me. The new episodes are simply data for me for the podcast.
Alrighty, let's listen to a song, and then you can play a song as well. And then if you want to say something more about Tappies Oot, you can. That's it, right?
Beautiful.
All right, I'm going to pause this now, and then I'll start a new video so that we don't get mixed up with our modding. All right?
Yes, let me send you this song first, though.
Oh yeah.
The final hurrah for Tappies Out, if I can find it.
You should edit that Tappies Oot song, and that's still the best one, right? Tappies Oot.
Oh yeah. Right.
Where is that one?
Where is it?
Yeah.
It's just in the internet. Just existing in the internet somewhere.
There's a lot of things out there. Did you send it me yet?
No, it took me ages to find. Now I have it.
This is the like the loading screen, isn't it?
Yes. And then it would go off anyway and say like server disconnected, and you'd have to reload it and start from the beginning.
Oh Tappies. Oh Tappies. Brilliant. What a way to end Tappies Oot.
That was an unrelated ending.
All right. I'll ring back as we say goodbye forever, Tappies Oot.
Exactly. I've also sent you one.
Amid
I'll be
Tappies.
playing.
Aye.
We used to tap and build and grow, farmed our land where the pixels would glow. Chem farms we planted, we watched it rise, but now the screens have faded from our eyes. The sun no longer shines in our world, the crops won't grow, no more joy unfurled. Tappies Oot, you've had to run, our farming days are finally done. Goodbye Tappies Oot, you've vanished from sight, no more tapping in the morning light. From the farms to the town we used to play, but now you're gone, you faded away. We used to tap and build and grow, farmed our land where the pixels would glow. Chem farms we planted, we watched it rise, but now the screens have faded from our eyes. The sun no longer shines in our world, the crops won't grow, no more joy unfurled. Tappies Oot, you've had your run, our farming days are finally done. Goodbye Tappies Oot, you've vanished from sight, no more tapping in the morning light. From the farms to the town we used to play, but now you're gone, you faded away.
Tappies Oot.
We earned our dough, created our worlds, watched our farms grow. But the servers are quiet, the farms are bare, the Tappies Oot days are no longer there. Goodbye, then pal, to say goodbye to that pal. Oh, it's how we built and we dreamed in that pixelated world, so it seemed. Oh, we tapped, we built, and we dreamed in that pixelated world, so it seemed. Home was on the couch, and Maude would sing. Bart's getting in trouble, what a wonderful thing. But now the screen's dark, the lights are out. No more donuts or houses to sprout. The donuts have stopped, the bills are done. Goodbye to the fun, goodbye to the run. Tap out, you've left us, it's time to say goodbye. No more tapping, no more building, no more sky. In Springfield where we used to roam, you're gone forever, no more home. We decorated the town, made it our own. From the Quickie Mart to the nuclear zone. The levels we climbed, the quests we fight. But now it's silent, no more light. We remember the time the game would update. New events and characters, oh it felt so great. But now the servers have turned their backs, and Springfield's gone down the memory track. Tap out, you've left us, it's time to say goodbye. No more tapping, no more building, no more sky. In Springfield where we used to roam, you're gone forever, no more home. Remember the time the game would update. New events and characters, oh it felt so great. But now the servers have turned their backs, and Springfield's gone down the memory track. So here's to the moments, the laughter, the fun, to the hours we spent under the virtual sun. Tapped out, you gave us memories to hold. Now we let go, but your story's still told. Goodbye, tap out, you're a part of the past. The dream we had, it didn't last, but we'll remember you.
Wonderful.
The pies, the pies, the pies, the pies for Ken. The pies, 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 the pies for Ken. 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 The pies, 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 the pies for Ken. 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 Oh the pies, 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 oh the pies for Ken. 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 Oh the pies, coming in his sauce.
That was the Norwegian tribute to Tappies Oot.